Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go through Patreon, where it's $5 a month and $54 a year. There's a slight discount. And for once, I actually remembered to look that stuff up before doing the Let's Play. So, on the last one, we went to go work at Ty's, who he brought us to the pack to be like, hey, here's another scheme, which was trying to get Diego and Kyrex to, talk to each other to work things out. At which case we were like, no, brah, that's enough. No more. Also, I'm going to go back home after work and tell Diego about this whole affair. You know, that Kyrex is in the, tournament, and also that Ty wanted us to do more scheming. Which he took quite well. He's still going to be in the map, well, in the fighting thing, and yeah. And now it's day 17. Let's just set our face. And start. I awoke, checking the time on my phone. 9:42. 18 minutes ahead of Diego's alarm. Good. I hated waking up to the jarring sounds of that alarm anyway. His alarm or mine? Oh, okay, I guess it was his. What concerned me more was the notification from my texting app. Recipient, Lucas, who is... I can never understate how much I like, that guy. Understate how much I like how much they've put into this game. That's like, hey, who's this character? Go to gallery, characters, bam. I unlocked my phone to check the contents. The message from Lucas. Morning, I could use an extra hand this morning, if you're able. Don't worry, you can leave before Diego's fight. We've got 2 projects on the go, one of which is quite big, and I could really use you. Let me know if you can help. I suppose a few hours in the morning couldn't be so bad. Probably wouldn't have done much until Diego's fight anyway. I typed my reply, confirming my attendance in an hour or so, before putting my phone back on the bedside table. I propped myself up against the pillow, stretched my arms, and cracking my neck. Cracking my neck. My motion had caused Diego to stir, his eyes fluttering open before he looked up at me. Does he have a wiener? We should probably note that by a picture. So I don't forget and I accidentally have wieners. What time is it? Don't worry, the alarm hasn't got off yet. Ah, good. Diego followed my lead, sitting up and stretching before turning to me with his usual carefree smile. I've been called in to work for Lucas. He said I can finish up before the fight, though. Oh? He's calling you in on a fight day? What's the occasion? A couple of bent contracts, he said. I don't know exactly what. I guess I'll find out soon enough. How are you feeling about the fight later today? I don't really rightly know. I should be more nervous, but I guess I've grown somewhat content. Whatever happens, happens. It's like I've been saying, if I lose today, I don't have to face Kyrex, assuming he makes it, of course. If I win, well, it's an opportunity to smack that smug grin off his stupid face. You're really not worried about it? Oh, don't get me wrong. I am. I guess I've decided that I'm committed to hell or high water. I'll do my best and let fate decide the rest. Kyrex was always stronger than me, but I'm smarter. Maybe I can use that to my advantage. Maybe my hatred for him will work in my favor too. Either way, the tournament is almost over. Life will go back to normal soon. I can spend the time I've been training and fighting with you instead, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Also, I'm kind of feeling like this whole game they're going to make it before the fight, and then they're going to have, kind of a bro fight. Maybe not a bro fight, but kind of like, hey, we're kind of understanding each other and we're going to fight. Or maybe they're going to fight and understand each other through the fight. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, come here, puppy. Diego motioned for me to come closer. I obeyed like a good puppy and was soon wrapped in his big furry arms. Thanks for sticking by me and for being honest with me. It's the least I can do. You're the most important person in my life. It's been complicated, but I'm trying to do everything right. You're doing a great job. And you're right. It has been complicated. With the whole breakup thing, and with Ty sticking his nose in. His big tiger nose. I know from experience how hard it can be to know what to do. It would be unreasonable of me to expect perfection. Truth be told, I expected you to be bad at me. Sorry. It's been I was gonna say a long day, but it's been a long week. And also, reading always makes me yawn. Also, I just came from the gym. Since we have been since when have you been so forgiving? I guess I'm in love. I guess I was a little harsh around when you arrived. But now, before I react, I just remembered how lucky I am to have you. And you think you're doing your best. It's complicated for you, but you're only trying to do what's best for me, for us. I can't really be mad at that, you know? Heh, that's sweet. And my time with Kyrex kind of put things in perspective. I was desperate, and I latched onto the first person who showed me that kind of attention. I loved him, you know? I really did. I tried so hard, and went so far to get him to feel the same way for me, but it never amounted to anything. He grew more and more distant. I tried harder. Then he grew hostile, and I tried even harder still. I don't rightly know what went wrong, or even what was going through his mind. I should have left a long time before I did. But, no, wait, I should have seen the signs things are working early on, and just save myself the trouble. Heh, sorry, I'm rambling again. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you live and learn. Oh, what's up with all these yawns right now? Fuck. It was a horrible experience for me, but in a way, I'm glad it happened. It's like, now I know. I know what I missed. I know what those signs were. I know what a better relationship should be. And I know how to recognize a relationship is healthy. Is our relationship healthy? God, no. We're in a toxic relationship. Honestly, I don't think I know what a healthy relationship feels like. Kyrex was my first, after all. And I always had this feeling in my gut that something was wrong. But you encouraged me to do better. You have my back, no matter what. You prop me up when I'm down, console me when I'm hurt, and you love me unconditionally. Kyrex could do none of those things. He never loved me. Now, I know what being loved actually feels like. I don't have that feeling with you. It feels right. I'm not wanting for better times, or wanting more from you. I'm living in the moment, over the moon, with what I already have. I think that's what a healthy relationship should feel like. So, thank you for being there with me or here. Thank you for loving me, and thank you for being like my best soulmate, Adrian. Whoa, soulmates. We only actually did anal once. You're going a bit fast, brah. You think we're soulmates? Don't you? We were pining for each other for years. 2 years apart, and yet we still wound up together, like no time had passed at all. You abandoned your old life to be with me, sold all your possessions, and took a leap of faith. Honestly, I'm ashamed I couldn't do that myself. So thank you for helping me correct our stupid mistake. Thank you for helping me, yeah. I'm glad you did. Being with you is all I ever wanted. I never stopped wanting that. Neither did I. Did did I ever tell you why I moved? You said you weren't happy with your life in the city, and you wanted to give us another shot, right? Kind of. My life did suck. And I thought about you often. Kind of like you're the one that got away. But something set the ball rolling. Gave me the courage to take the leap. I got home from work one day. My boss had yelled at me over something that wasn't my fault. Something I didn't even do. My co-workers watched on, full well knowing it wasn't me, but didn't bother to step in. I was exhausted. I came home and just collapsed on my bed. Next thing I knew, I was dreaming. It was you, big cock and all. Me and two others, all swimming in the river. We were just having fun, relaxing in the warm sun. The water was glistening off your abs. Bet it was quite a shock when you saw me. By the way, who are the others? Really enough, I think it was your two younger brothers. Huh? Really? But you've never met my brothers. No, but you showed me plenty of photos, and told me a lot about them. I never met them, but it feels as though I know them all the same. Either way, dreams don't always have to make sense, right? Point is, I feel this joy in being with you, this warmth. I'm so happy. And then I woke up. One of the pipes into my ceiling was leaking and dripping water on my head. I got to a ladder, duct taped the pipe, and laid back down the bed. And I cried. Oh. I realized how much I missed you. All of my regrets came flooding back. I realized how much I hated my job, my apartment, my life, everything. I put my misery into perspective. I stayed awake all that night, just crying to myself. Before long, my alarm went off. It was time to get ready. What? Diego picked up his phone off his bedside table, dismissing his own alarm. Dude, what are the chances? Eerie. I think it was just I think I just had a small heart attack. Sorry, continue. Where was I? I pondered for a moment before I did something a little crazy. I sent my boss a text message. What did it say? I said, and I quote, "Fuck you, I quit." Whoa, nice. I got a few texts back, guilting me about it. Tell me how much my coworkers would have to work extra hard to make the difference. Tell me to think of the company. Okay, then you tell them right back, well, if they're gonna have to work extra hard, you're gonna have to give them extra pay. Fuck you. I didn't care. I didn't even reply. I was done. Next, I gave my landlord notice. Told him I'd be leaving before the notice was up, and to take whatever I owed out of the deposit. I called up the local second-hand store and asked someone to come by with a truck. They came in. I sold everything they would take. My bed, my fridge, desk, and everything. Do they actually have those services where you can just be like, hey, second-hand store, can you come by with a truck? Give me money for anything you take or whatever? I didn't get much for it, but it didn't matter. And then, can you guess what I did next? Nope. Well, I went to the land... sorry, I was trying to make a joke and I couldn't think of all the words correctly. I found you in my contacts, and I called. I remember. I was looking at my phone, like, did this guy just butt down me? I won't lie though, my heart was just about to burst on my chest when your name popped up. I was lucky you hadn't changed your number. I asked you if I could stay with you for a little while. You agreed. Next thing, I booked a train for the next morning. Okay, Adrian, like, what would happen if he wasn't in your contacts? Like, you'd be kinda homeless. Just saying. Jeez, within a day you were out. What the fuck? That's a fuck this, I'm out move from the highest magnitude. It was kinda stupid and risky. Hell, it was scary. But it all worked out. Moving here on a whim was the best decision I ever made. It worked out exactly how I'd hoped. I'm glad you did. If you hadn't come, I'd probably be through half a bottle of scotch and a bag of corn chips right now. It's great for both of us. Sometimes you've got to follow your heart, you know? Take a leap of faith, especially when you have so much to gain and so much to lose. Also, on a side note, I do like that this game talks about alcoholism. Like, he doesn't seem like an alcoholic, just somebody that had trouble drinking. And I like that this game kind of discusses it. Because there's not enough media that goes about alcoholism. You know? Damn right. I'm proud of you, Adrian. Not as proud as I am of you, Diego. Nuh-uh, I'm proudo. Now you listen here. I'm the proudest, and that's the endo. I was interrupted mid-sentence by my food buzzing on the bedside table. With a sigh I picked up. Lucas was wanting to know how far I was. Well, I guess that's my cue to get going. Lucas is hassling me. Alright, dude. I won't keep ya. What are you gonna do while I'm gone? I don't know. Big breakfast? Stretches? Some combat drills? Doesn't hurt to be prepared. Any idea who your next fight is against? None. To be honest, it's kind of easier that way. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I would think that you'd... I don't know. I think I'd have a little bit of anxiety if I didn't know. Anyway, fair enough. We'll know soon enough, I'm sure. Anyway, have a good morning. I'll see you at the tournament. See you then. Now we end time. 60 minutes. Alright. I gave Diego a brisk kiss, his face lighting up as I did, before hurriedly getting myself ready and setting off to work. When I arrived, I noticed Lucas, Eric, and Dom already hard at work. Lucas was mulling over some schematics. Dom is making rapid phone calls back to back, and Eric was busy designing posters. Morning was wondering when you show. Sorry, I'm a bit late. It's okay, it was short notice. What is this about big contracts? Well, a big band was coming to Woodcrest soon, or is. And by big, I mean huge. International headliner. Wow, we got the contract? Well, no, not exactly. We're pitching for it against our competitor. Cutter's company has the nationwide contract, but someone influential has put in a good word for us, so we have the opportunity to impress. Really? How does that work? Essentially, Cutter doesn't have to compete, doesn't have complete coverage of the country yet. Country. So wait, he has like national coverage? I would think it would be county, because that seems more manageable, but Cutter has like the entire country? Well, so let's check my face. It seems tilted. Yeah. There we go. So there is a clause for areas outside his coverage that they can go to with another company. As I understand it, the contract was drawn up before Cutter's company even moved to Woodcrest, so he doesn't specifically have the contract here yet. So again, was it county? Has a nationwide contract. Maybe it's just a nationwide contract, but for like 1 or 2 venues or something. Moved to Woodcrest. And like I said, someone put in a good word. We've got one shot to impress them, and we can't screw it up. If we get it, it's huge money, great for our reputation, which is why I've got Dom and Eric working with me to try and prepare a pitch. Alright, where do I come in? Well, I'm afraid your job is a bit boring, or a bit more boring. Oh? We've still got other contracts that we can't afford to neglect. In particular, there is some preparation for some upcoming final of the tournament. That's going to be your job today. Yeah, I understand. Think I'll be able to make a dent in it in only a few hours? It's mostly preparatory right now. Preparatory? The bulk of the work will start tomorrow, once the final list The finalists have been decided. With this big pitch, we'll be busy for a good while though. Anything you can do to ease the burden tomorrow will be very helpful. I understand. There's a list of tasks that you can do at your desk. Gotcha. And, thank you for coming in. It makes a big difference. I smiled and nodded at Lucas as he returned the subtle yet genuine smile before turning away and heading back to his schematics. I set myself up at my desk, going over the list of tasks Lucas had prepared. Assigned starts with the easy work, labeling envelopes to the current contestants, their contacts to be determined based on today's results or contents. It didn't take long. After all, there were only 4 competitors. The first envelope was addressed to Kyrex, hardly a surprise. I only hoped the letter it would contain would be a consolation. Next up was somebody by the name of Mason. I wondered if this could be Diego's opponent. I was curious to find out, so I went poking through the list of files on the computer, hoping to find some clues. I had almost given up before it struck gold. The original placement's letter mailed out to the participants before the first heat. Opening up, it revealed nearly 50 different names and their progression paths through the tournament. Sheesh, this wasn't going to be easy. I started out by crossing off the list of Cyrix's opponents up from the semifinals, as well as all of Diego's, before consulting the names on the envelope labels and crossing their opponents off as well. After 5 minutes or so of crossing out names, I was left with 4 names down at the bottom. Following their pathways up, I soon discovered that Mason would be fighting Kyrex in the semifinals. Good luck, Mason, you glorious bastard. Knock him dead. Looking over Diego's side of the board, my eyes stopped by the name of his next opponent. Jay. No fucking way. Who's Jay? I double-checked the envelope labels, and sure enough, the name of Diego's next opponent was Jay. Was it the same Jay that I met in the cafe? Impossible to say. It's a fairly common name after all. Oh, is he the blue guy? Okay, him. Cool. It's a good feature, like that, and being able to be like, okay, when was this done? Then. Game version? Dat. Chosen name? It's fine. It's good, anyways. Current day? Nice. Current route? Nice. Just like that. You don't see that in some games. Did see Don Chorus ads, I think, which route you're going on, which is good. Anyways, possible to say it's a very common name after all. Nonetheless, I pulled out my phone and composed text Diego. Your next opponent is called Jay. Don't know if it's the guy from the cafe or someone else. Just thought I'd let you know. With a sigh, I turned my phone to my pocket and began labeling the envelopes again, only to be interrupted by a certain colleague. What are you huffing and puffing about? Oh, hey Eric. Just found out who Diego's next competitor might be. I think we met the guy yesterday. Oh right, who is it again? Jay. I think it's this dragon dude. Oh yeah? I know him. What, you do? Yeah, he's a frequent flyer at my other jobs. Frequent flyer? You have another job? Just started recently. It's only part-time, but it's something I'm interested in with some cool opportunities. I do it some evenings after work. What is it? Well, it's sort of like a, Eric was choking on his words. Ooh. Well, he's choking on something else at that job. Anyways, as if he was trying to figure out if the right thing to say. Was this job really that hard to explain? We serve food and stuff. I'm the stuff. Oh, do you work at a cafe with Jay then? Oh, no. This is somewhere else. Think of Twin Peaks or Hooters. Are you like an aspiring chef or something? Kind of reminds me of this movie I once saw. Oh, I don't do the cooking, but yeah, Jay comes by often, and the Jay I know was fighting in the tournament when I last saw him, too. So it must be the same one. Blue Dragon guy, right? Yep, that's him. Gay as hell? Yeah, that's him. He's a good dude, a real smooth talker. So I've noticed. I look across the room at Dom, who has been listening to our conversation with a look of exacerbation on his face. Dom was still no fan of Jay's, it would seem. In doing so, I noticed Lucas approached us both, wearing a similar expression, although no doubt for different reasons. Eric, is there any reason why you're distracting Adrian from his work? Sorry boss, I'll get back to it. Just what did you do to him to make him so beaten all of a sudden? Clearly not enough if he's over here distracting you. I'll get back to it then. Please. I returned to my tasks, finishing labeling the envelopes before my phone buzzed. Retrieving it from my pocket, Diego had replied with a thumbs up. I followed this up, confirming his opponent was in fact the same Jay. Diego's response came shortly after reading. What is he gonna do? Flirt me to death? I replied, that's my job, with Diego's subsequent reply being a laughing emoji. I put my phone away once more and carried on my work, doing as much as I could before I leave to participate in the tournament. Before I knew it, I'd completed all the tasks Lucas had given me with time to spare. I approached Lucas to inform him of this, as well as seeking his permission to leave. I'm all done with my jobs. Reckon I'd be okay to head off now? Alright, thank you for your hard work. Hey, I'm sorry I can't come to the tournament today and watch. I want to see Diego. Seeing Diego is doing so well, but duty calls. Okay, here's something I've noticed in this game, and other games, I guess, and maybe like other furry artworks. The ear floops right here. Do actual animals do ear floops as an expression? Like, you know, like Labradors or like some dogs have like ears that come up a little bit and then floop over just kind of naturally. But do any animals have like pointed ears that go floopy when they're exacerbated or scared? I know they go back for one reason or another, but I'm not sure about floopy over. It's just like, oh, huh. Anyways, I know, it's okay. What's Axel doing? He's planning to come, so hopefully you'll see him there. Alright, sounds good. Good luck with the pitch, guys. Thanks, we'll need it. Yeah, Cutter's going cheap. I only hope our superior work will be the extra investment, which is why we've got to nail this. Who's nailing who exactly? Ooh, Eric. Sorry, boss. I wonder if that's going to be something that we're going to find out later, or if that's a Lucas's root thing. I departed the office and headed out. I had a short window of time to spare. Should I get lunch? Perhaps something else I could do to fill my time? Ooh. How am I going to fill my time? You know, that's something I'm going to have to ask in the forums. Okay, that's the end of this Let's Play, yeah. Because, like, this is the second time that the main character is hinted at doing something else, but you only got one thing. And the only thing I could ever think of would be, being around Kyrex. But, as you might say, if you looked in the galley and, you know, gone up to this part of the game, there's good ending, or the good night thing where, you know, you didn't fuck Kyrex and you and Diego interacted with each other and Diego told his story and all that stuff and cried a bunch. I haven't tried to see what that route would be like if you had sex with Kyrex and then came up to Diego and all that stuff, because Kyrex is probably going to be like, hey, I fucked your would-be boyfriend before you did, or something like that. Though, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask in the forums, like, why is it that I'm getting a maybe choice to do something, but I don't have a choice, you know? Yeah, end of this Let's Play. So, please comment. Cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise, upload, download. Oh, so like if you're doing it between different computers? I guess that makes sense. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. I guess it, like, I know that some of games like this, it saves it in the actual folder, then others it saves it in like some kind of temp thing, and I can see the benefits of either way, because if you're moving it from one computer to the next, you want it in the actual folder of the game. But if you're like me and you just delete the folder and download the new one stuff and then get rid of the file, so you'd want it to be a temp, you know, somewhere like hidden on your computer, some not really hidden, but like app data or whatever, then that's better. But it's like, having a cloud thing. Nice. Anyways, that's a comment and all that stuff. Spay new to your animals, and until next time, let's play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo Tales of Dawn. Oh, and if you want to play this game, free on the channel, but if you want to people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, Patreon, $5 a month or $54 a year. So thanks and see ya.